A wildfire in the Canadian province of Alberta has forced nearly 90,000 people to evacuate their homes. Today, emergency crews are scrambling to get those living in the area out of the danger zone and to stop this raging inferno. RT's Alex Mihailvich is in Toronto, where he's following the story. Alex, can you give me a breakdown on what exactly is happening on the ground in northern Alberta?
Yeah, Simone, we just got the latest number. So 88,000 people have been evacuated from Fort McMurray, which some call the oil sands capital of that area, because that's where all the oil sands workers basically live. It's where all the business is in that part of Alberta. It's far north. It's about 300 miles north of Edmonton. That's the biggest city close to Fort McMurray. So you can imagine a lot of the people are going down a two-lane highway, Highway 63, to get out of there and get to Edmonton, which is, like I said, one place with a large population. So traffic was completely jammed overnight. This all started on Sunday with the brush fire that quickly spread on Tuesday when winds changed direction and started blowing this fire over rivers, over embankments towards Fort McMurray. We know that 1,600 homes were destroyed in the Beacon Hill area of Fort McMurray, which is on the west side, and the fire made it all the way downtown. So just imagine a 40-foot wall of flames rolling into a city that you live in, and that's what these people experienced. We had a lot of people that were stuck on the highways, and really the story here is people helping people. People along the highway in small towns were letting people into their homes to sleep overnight. Businesses were feeding people. Others who had gasoline would share their gasoline with people that were running out of gas on this highway. So we hear that within just a couple of miles, it took 4 hours to get from point A to point B. This is an absolutely devastating situation. It's probably the worst disaster of this kind that Canada's ever seen.
I know we were looking at those delays there on the street, and they're all in one lane, and I'm thinking, gosh, can't we just use the opposite side of traffic? No one should be going into that area anyway. Get those people out of the way. How are Canada's leaders responding to this disaster?
Look, we're looking at 25,000 acres of flames are destroyed up to now, and this is continuing. So we're talking about Alberta. The Premier there, Rachel Notley, she's responded, as well as the Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau. We know that Harjit Sajjan, who is the Minister of Defense, is saying the Army is ready to roll in and help as many people as possible. But let's hear from the Premier and from the Prime Minister.
Our focus is completely and entirely right now on ensuring the safety of people, of getting them out of the city and ensuring that they are safe and secure. The work continues in terms of ensuring that we do everything we can to stop the fire.
I really do want to highlight that Canada is a country where we look out for our neighbours, and we are there for each other in difficult times, and certainly in Fort McMurray, the difficult times they're going through right now is something that we're going to unite around across the country.
What's amazing here is a lot of property damage, but only one injury reported, and that's a sprained ankle in this whole entire fiasco. It's unbelievable. We have 100 firefighters right now that are trying to douse some of the flames. As I said, 25,000 acres have been destroyed so far. There are gusts of winds today, and according to officials, today's not going to get any better in that area. There's 17 water bomber planes as well as 10 helicopters involved in the operation to try to stop the fire as much as possible. There is some good news. A cold front is coming into the area tonight, and some are hoping that this will raise the humidity in the area and maybe stop the flames from spreading any further.
Well, we're thinking of those firefighters tonight and all of the residents of Fort McMurray. Thanks for staying on top of this. RT's Alex Mihailvich in Toronto.